Thank you guys. The next poem is called, you know, today I brought two love poems, but I decided since they're my more exciting poems, I'll keep one in the beginning and the other one at the end. But it's only 20 minutes, so it's not that long. It's okay. Hey, my guy, I'm fine, but it's okay. But it's alright. I said, would you mind lost and live on your Alright. And this poem, when I wrote it, I was struggling with something, but I just couldn't seem to let go of. And I wanted to change things. I wanted a different way of doing it. It's called The Feel of the Familiar. I like the feel of the familiar, the things I know. The feel of the pillow in my arms while I sleep, the things I hold. The feel of the dust and earth solid beneath my feet, every place I go. I like the feel of the familiar because it's the feel of my whole world. Everything I hold dear by the feeling of being familiar was made clear. I like the feel of the familiar, like the fleeting feeling and memory of waking up from a nice dream. Like sweet milkiness of licking through my favorite cup of ice cream. The feel of the familiar soon becomes like a fortress of solitude, so that when the world becomes too much for me to bear, and my insides break for a lack of fortitude, and my eyes are too swollen with tears to see if anyone's there, I run back to the familiar, to my ice cream cup, and I pretend I just woke up. Much like my friend, who as and after her boyfriend pummeled her with a halo fist, remodeling her face yet again, as though unsatisfied with last month's work, she would run back to the things that she knew, to the old but also familiar memories of that first kiss, of this, oh wait a minute, he wasn't always like this. She said the familiar was like a vessel that though fists and blows may break her bones, they could never touch her soul. And so for day after week after month, she holds on to the familiar, to the things she knows. And even the now familiar fists and blows. I like the feel of the familiar, the things I know. Like the way I'm sure Noah loved the feel of the land after being in the ark. The way I love light because I'm familiar with dark. And surely the feel of the familiar was like a compass. You see, it shows you true north so you can freely pick between east, west, south. I'm not even sure if that's the right direction. Leaving what I already know for what I could know. You see, but it's not always that easy. Because the power of the familiar is such that you never want to let go. Like, I know you in my dreams. And in my dreams, you're perfect. So why would I want to ruin the perfect you in my dreams with the real you? And so I still sleep, hugging my pillow because it's become what I know. I stay reaching for the stars while clinging tightly to the earth beneath me, and to my disappointment, I'm just not that tall. And so I guess you could say that maybe I don't like the feeling of the familiar. But I do! Because I'm constantly surrounded by change, and in a world that I do not know and cannot control, it's constantly ripping my familiars from me, and so to what I can, I cling. To memories of old lovers rather than re-love again, only to lose again. To past victories instead of move forward, certain of neither loss nor gain. To old ways of doing it because it's always been done this way. Or like my old friend, cling to this pain. It's so familiar. It has to be the only way. But maybe one day the feel of the familiar won't be enough to keep me here. I keep hoping that, but soon even that hope becomes familiar. Everything does eventually. Even this poem, I like the feel of the familiar, the things I know. The feel of the pillow in my arms while I sleep, the things I hold. The feel of the dust beneath my earth while I walk. Every place I go. Thank you.